All right. Welcome back to Fallout 76, Season 25, Appalachia Under Siege, Daily Challenge Guide for July 26th. It's a beautiful Sunday morning, about 10:30 local time. Let's check out the Pip-Boy. Let's check out our dailies for today, and let's get it going. All right, let's see if that actually activates. I'm not sure there's something up with my chat bot. Alright, let's see what we got for the dailies for today. We got scrap junk to produce some springs. We got our 6 daily challenges. Let's see, we got consume a vintage alcoholic beverage. Alright, consume any 2 cans. Eat a cake, pie, or candy. Looks like we gotta defeat some mole miners and mole rats. Alright, there it goes. And scrap junk to pursue or produce antiseptic. Alright, let's see. Antiseptic and springs. I know we can't do the bulk and scrap method for the antiseptic. That's not one item we could bulk personally. But we could do the springs. Let's see, acid, adhesive, aluminum. Springs, we could do springs. We can do 1 packet. I believe with all our constant wandering travelers and merchants that pass through our camp, let's check the stash box. Let's see, junk. Yep, we have some bulk antiseptic we bought off of some of the travelers, and we'll take 1 out of our inventory. And if you're not lucky enough to find... Let's see, we'll highlight this so we can find some items. Let's see, let's put our thinking cap on. Let's see, what can we think in camp that has antiseptic? The only thing that comes to mind is the game cover board, or the game cupboard that produces the game boards. I believe the autopsy has antiseptic in it. No, this one just has the highlighted steel. So the autopsy board game has 2. Let's see, what other items contains antiseptic? Let's see, Abraxo Cleaner. All variants, okay. Let's see, Autopsy board game, we can cover that. Blood bags from blood bugs. Empty blood sacks from supermutant meat bags. Let's see, Industrial Solvent, Royal Jelly Junk. I know there's a Royal Jelly food. I've never seen the junk variety. Guess we gotta take down some honeybees. Let's see, tick blood, toothpaste, turpentine, and wasted antiseptic. Let's see. Let's top up our food and water. Head over to our... Alright, that's the game boards that we just broke down. Let's break down the springs. Break down the antiseptic. Now let's see, let's think of a good place where we can find some turpentine, toothpaste, industrial solvents. I can think of 2 places that actually have a industrial solvent. One of them's at the Portside Pub. I believe we run into one giant one inside. Let's see, do we still have our... Let's see, are you inside or outside? Still, I believe today's the last day for the treasure hunters. Oh, nice, an ornate pet. Alright. Let's get the Pip-Boy light on. Let's see, there's another Catch the Commie, Rat Poker. Those are not the ones we're looking for. The Autopsy board game. And I believe right here is our industrial cleaner. Let's see, while we're still here, we'll just collect the salt, pepper, and sugar and spice in here. Let's see. Let's see. Any Abrax cleaner? Nope. was just the industrial solvent here, and I believe back over here at Vault 76, the Moonshiner Shack. I know there's a couple, what was it, bloody ticks, or some type of a tick, and I think there's also industrial solvent in one of these sheds. Let's see. Let's check in here. There it is. We got an industrial cleaner here. Oh, yeah, it looks like they got attacked by another tick over there. Let's see. We got 2 blood sacks, which is 2 antiseptics each. We'll pull that out. Let's see.
Yeah. Now the people that come back to this area, they'll all want to be sent to places of vacation.
Oh, can of doctor. That would have been perfect for yesterday. Let's see.
What's that noise?
It's go time! What's happening?
Oh, this, fix that. Never seems to end.
We gotta keep our fellow brothers and sisters well fed.
Alright, here's another industrial cleaner. There's 2 that could be found here by the Moonshiner Shack, right outside of Vault 76. Alright, so let's head back to our camp. I know with the stuff we just collected from the bloody tick, those blood sacks, and the industrial solvent, let's see how much did we collect. So let's bring up the pit boy. Highlight, let's see. Antiseptic. Oh.
You are a piece of scrap. That means
This is the industrial cleaner.
like you.
Oh, it's cleaner. I thought it was the other one. My bad. I thought it was the industrial solvent. Okay, made a mistake there, so we just got the bloody tick sacks. Which gives us what's 2 antiseptic for each. Let's see. Got rat hogs over there. We'll try and avoid those for now. Let's see. I know we have come across toothpaste and turpentine over here at the little the water tower over here. I'm just gonna say hello to the rat scorpion again. Too bad that this can be the Abrax cleaner. Take that too. Let's see. Guns and bullet number 9. Let's see, here's some industrial solvent, the turpentine bottle. There we go. And I had locations mixed up. Let's see, there should be another turpentine. This industrial solvent, we got 3 out of 1 can. Is it, we only have 1? Yep. You know, we cross over here, we take down those 3 Ash Cave Raiders over here on the top part. I believe there's toothpaste and maybe another industrial cleaner turpentine bottle. I know we could go to, what was it, the Shady Socks Hop. I believe that place has 3 Abraxas cleaners as well. There should be 1 more enemy around. Alright, this little makeshift hut up here. Sugar bombs this time. Let's see. Orange canisters. No, we use oil. Let's see. There's toothpaste here. I think the toothpaste is the only thing up here that actually counts for the antiseptic. Yep. Now there's an industrial can up here. Alright, we're actually close to Sandy Slot Hop. There we go. I was thinking of the wrong name. Let's see, let's get some water. I don't think it's just the two ghouls. I thought there was a third. Alright, I believe in this closet there's a couple Abrax cleaners. Let's see. I think those are just two cleaners there. Nothing in here. Let's see, how many have we collected for the antiseptic? Alright, we got 8 pieces that could be broken into it. We got the industrial solvent, toothpaste, and the Abrax cleaner. Should that be more than enough with the bloody ticks that we got? So let's head back to camp. I really thought those were solvents, not cleaners. Break that stuff down. We're good to go. Alright, let's see. The next one, let's see. Consuming alcohol, beverage that is vintage, consuming chems, candy, cake, and pie, mole miners, and mole rats. Alright, let's go to the vintage alcohol. I know there's a few things we could make after learning the recipes with good old Drunken Robot Pal at Big Al's Tattoo Parlor. Let's see, I believe we could do a vintage Nuka Shine, which is teleported somewhere, a vintage Tick Blood Tequila, and we got the lettuce champagne. Well, let's do Tick Blood Tequila. That should count. So let's go over to the brewing station and we'll show you the recipe and what you need to craft some of these. Let's see, what is it under? The tequila one should be under the mixed drinks. We got the lettuce champagne. Actually, no, it should be under spirits, I believe. There you go, there's the tequila. Let's see, where's the other... What's this one?
Sometimes I think
Let's see, boiled water, meat fruit, stable crimson flux, and tick blood. We actually broke that down for the antiseptic.
and I
And
met
wood.
someone, a
Let's
stranger.
see, wine. Let's see, the fermentable lettuce champagne. Ah, so that's what we're collecting, the tar berries. Tar berries, nuclear material. We've got boiled water and lead.
But I do know that
So you take some of those, to put them to ferment. After you craft them, you put them in the fermenter or keep them on your character's inventory. If you're wondering where we got those recipes, there's a little Drunken Robot Pal you can find in the speakeasy hidden underground part of the Big Al's Tattoo Parlor to do those daily missions with him. He'll give you a bunch of mixed drinks. And start that off, I believe you can go to any of the Honking Hill stations and look for the poster. What was it called? Let's see. Let's see if it's here. I know it has to do something with the frat party. I'm not sure if we had to go to the ones closer to Morgantown, or they're available at every single one of these. I know the shelter ones for the shelters. I think we may have to go closer over there. Let's see. We'll go to Morgantown Station. I think the poster's in there. There's one with the college. Takes us to the frat house. Rosemary Spire, Steep Squatch. I think it's this one right here, the party poster. You read that, it'll start the quest line for it. New shelters, responders, Rose's room. Fun little some side missions. Alright. So we gotta do, let's see, consume any chems, candy. Let's see. So we'll eat a berry mint tap, that'll be for one. Now we'll eat a buff out for our second chem. Now for the eat the cake, pie, and candy, let's head back to our camp. I know we have a couple of resources that actually could gather some items like that, especially the cake and pie. I think we just left without actually eating that stuff. So we got our Nuka-Cola candy machines. There's the regular one, the quantum one, which I'm waiting for it to pop out in the atomic shop again. And recently we got the Nuka-Cola Victory candy machine, which gives you +2 to strength for 10 minutes, which is pretty nice. We'll pick up those. And I believe a few seasons ago we were able to get this pumpkin pie stand that produces sliced pumpkin pie and whole pumpkin pie. Let's see, if you believe, I think it's Mrs. Samuel. Gives you the birthday cake plan with some gold bullion, or sometimes it comes out in a combo in the atomic shop. What's attacking me? Damn wolves, get out of my garden. Are you the only one nearby? Alright, so we'll head over to food. Let's eat our candy, cake and pie. Get some pie, some cake. What's that Nuka candy? Oh, I think I got it locked down. There we go. And if you're wondering a few places on the map where we can actually find some cake and pie and candy, let's take a venture over here to the good old pumpkin house. Let's see. I know there's 3 pumpkin pies you can find in here. Or 2. Was it 2 or 3? Alright. This cauldron over here usually sometimes has some pieces of candy you can look in here. Definitely the bubble gum, cotton candy bites.
So little time.
So 2 pieces of candy there. I believe there's another plastic pumpkin. Had no candy in this time. And what we're looking for is here on the table, pumpkin pie number 1. Instant smash, no, that doesn't count as candy. Second pie. So we'll take those. Let's see, I think there was a stick of bubble gum up here. Anything this plastic pumpkin? Nope. I think it was sugar bombs is on top of this dresser. Which hand? There's a lighter. Nope.
It can't be called the pumpkin house without more pumpkins.
I know we get some carnival pie over here at Nuka Roll on Tour. Try and think what other places we found pie. No. Quickly turn around, grab a hot dog. Head up this path to the main entrance. We got all the food stands over here. Here we go. We got the carnival pie. We got 3 pies here, so our pie totals up to 5 with the 2 pieces of candy. So that's like 7 for the daily challenge. We got all the fried stuff in the stuffed foot. Let's see. I believe it was Pleasant Valley Cabins, and I think the motel with the little makeshift buffet. I think there was a pumpkin pie in there. And inside that building right there. Take care of the feral, or not feral, the scorch. I believe they're in here. And I believe over here is our next pie. So that brings our total up to 6 pies, 2 pieces of candy. Now, where else can we get some candy? I'm trying to think. I know we could go for the bubble gum that's inside, I know there's 2 inside, Highway Town, and there's one in the back of the chop shop. We'll go to Highway Town. Our first spot should be over here on top of this coffee table. Bubblegum stick number 1. We head back here, right next to the ghoul on the table.
Might be rough around the edge.
Should be bubblegum stick number 2 for this location.
Don't go causing.
Alright, so that should bring up our... Let's see.
Traffic has been picking up lately.
We got the 3 pies from the carnival pies. Cotton candy bites. And we got the bubble gum. I think I got bubble gum. We picked up 3 sticks. We got 3 there.
Always
And
good
pumpkin
business.
pie. Let's see, how many did we pick up earlier today? We got 5, so I believe we picked up 2 from the stand from our encampment, and 3 out in the wild. 2 in the pumpkin house and 1 in the,
Next time those
was
raiders
it Pleasant Valley,
I'm sorry.
all the wasteland.
Pleasant Valley
This
Cabins.
annoys or breaks you.
So that's enough for the cake, pie, and candy.
To wonder how any animals survive
see.
across Ohio. What would the place be covered with all that rust?
We'll go over
It'll
here
take
to the
another army to
foundation.
defeat the Ruskins won.
I didn't want to go to the interior, the exterior. We'll go see Samuel and see how much the pie, not pie, the birthday cake is for gold bullion. Can't remember the price. It's worth double checking. Okay, but he's not here standing around, so he may be playing some musical instruments
like
over
the
here.
fog.
There he
Just
is.
the mist makes it harder to see.
Gotta talk to Paige.
Well, you
about
can buy
these
some
sun
perfect
ones.
bubblegum from
I
him.
mean,
That'll be good
creeps.
for... Oh, let's last for an hour. Let's see. I think we already bought the birthday cake recipe before. Does he have the birthday cake?
I could really go for a hoagie. Sandwich.
Plan, it should be under recipe. See, his slime cake, I'm assuming the birthday cake is the same one for 4,000 gold.
Is it yins or yous or y'all? I can't keep up.
Maybe it's not Samuel we get the birthday cake from. Let's go to Crater. Now I'm trying to figure out where we get the birthday cake from. And it's not just an atomic shop thing, right? Let's see, good old more.
Hello there. Good day to you.
Maybe it won't show since we already own it.
I got my own problems too.
And I got mine during one of the sales in the atomic shop. Let's see. What we got left? Mole miners and mole rats. Alright, let's see. We could get lucky down here in Welch. Travel to Welch Station.
Help with weapons.
And I believe in the upper part, it could be at least, what, 3 to 5 mole rats? If not, we could go to that transmission station. What was it? Hillfolk. What was it? Hillfolk hot dogs? Or what was it called? Yeah, Hillfolk hot dogs. That's another place. Let's see. A couple mole rats should pop up around here. We got 2 of them. He said you could have a rocket launcher, Mr. Mole Miner, or Mole Miner. Let's see. Nice, 171. We're almost hitting to 200. Alright, so the 2 mole rats up there. I believe there's another 2 or 3 by the ultrasite crystals down here. Usually 2 pop here. Let's see. Let me get the ultramites. It's only 2. Oh, there's a 3rd. They do like to explode. So 3, 2 there, and the 2 up there. 4, 5, 6, 7 mole rats here. I know there's a couple more over here. The hill full of hot dogs. And where's the transmission station? 1ATU03. There's a bunch of them that spawn there. And I can't remember. I think it was Gully Mine exit. If you go in there, there's another 4 or 5 mole rats when you go into the instant. And sometimes you get lucky in the Blackwater mine. If you go inside the mine, there's like usually 2 or 3 mole rats, or it could be wolves. Random spawn right there, so you could have a chance there. Let's see, what else? Well, that's pretty much it for the daily, so let's head back to our camp. We'll do a quick rundown. And I need to learn to find some industrial solvents. Actually, there's one place, I think, right outside of Athens. We can check.
Directed.
They have like a water purified station kind of set up over here, down here. Maybe there's some industrial solvents in here. Let's see. Acetone cleaner. Inside. Let's see. Chlorine. Nope. Just a place for chlorine. My bad. Alright, let's check it out. Alright, we had to scrap junk to produce springs and antiseptic. We're able to do the bulk and scrap method for the springs. Antiseptic, we cannot do the bulk and scrap method, so we had to find items out in the wild to break down. Or if you're lucky enough to have some wandering travelers coming, or wandering merchant travelers walk into your camp, or find out there across Appalachia in the game, you can find them. Some of them sell bulk antiseptics, asbestos, some things that we can't make ourselves. You can use that for the quick completion of the daily, but for the antiseptic, junk items that could be broken down into it, Abrax cleaner, any agent or any varieties like the dirty, clean, industrial. The autopsy board game, if you're lucky enough to have the game covered, you can wait for that to spawn in. If not, the places that we have gone to on the map that has some of the game boards. I know one spot you can go to, we've been talking a lot about Big Al's Tattoo Parlor. And the lobby's there. I think Bolton Greens, there's a place where there's a cupboard with 3 or 4 game boards. I think one of them's the autopsy one. You go down to Skyline Valley, the Repidin camp, the Prime Minister cabin, and the Brown cabin. There's a few game boards in between. I think the Brown cabin, you can find 3 of them that you could pick up. In the Prime Minister cabin, there's 2 of them you can collect. I believe it's under the TV. I think some of those could be broken down too. I think just enough to get the... I think in those 3 locations you can at least get at least one of each, or one of the autopsy ones. Let's see. Alright, blood bags. You get that from the blood bugs, empty blood sacks. If you're hunting around where there's a bunch of super mutants. Those little loot bags they have around their campments. Let's see, industrial solvents like the can of turpentine. Where did we found one earlier. Where was it? I think it was the small shack with the water tower close to our camp. Let's see. Tick blood, we went to the Moonshiner shack by Vault 76, so there was like 2 or 3 ticks there. I thought the industrial cleaner they had was industrial solvent. I made a mistake. But we learned that way. Let's see. I believe we found some toothpaste and turpentine above that metal shack above the Ash Cave, where all the Ash Cave Raiders hang out. And a bunch of enemies that drop wasted antiseptic. I'm not sure, was Snallygassers drop that? No, they have asbestos. I know the honeybees, they drop the royal jelly scraps. Let's see. Fog crawlers, they're the ones that drop the wasted antiseptic. Okay. Now, where can we find some of those other than Moonshine Jamboree? I know a few of them pop up there. Let's see. Two occasionally can be found near Pylon V13. Okay. Spin the Wheel, Project Paradise, those are events. I know they do pop up a bunch for the Prime Cuts. We just had Meat Week a couple of weeks ago. Moonshine Jamboree event, they pop up in there. Horde activities in the Mire Cranberry. Let's see. When we take over the workshops in the Mire or Cranberry Bog, they do have a chance to come in one of the ways when you have to defend. Let's see. One can relay be found in the Charlton Mine, both during and after the quest, Cheating Death. I remember that for the... was it for the Settlers? Okay. They have all that just for the Antiseptic and Springs. Let's see. Let's check out our other daily challenges. We got the 6 we normally get. Let's see. We did consume a vintage alcohol beverages, so we saw we can get the recipes, and we could get those from our drunken robot buddy that lives in the big ass tattoo parlor. If you do the daily activities or the daily quest for him, they'll drop those recipes. You can learn those with the brewing vat and fermentation. Let's see. We consume any 2 cans. Those are one run and done. Cake, pie, and candy. That was a fun one to do. Well, if you're lucky enough to have some of the stuff in camp, like the Nuka-Cola candy machine, there's the regular Quantum, and we recently got the Victory one. A few seasons ago, we had the pumpkin pie stand that was introduced. I think the birthday cake was an Atomic Shop item. I thought you could get that at Samuel with some gold bullion, but I don't believe so. Let's see, the locations where we found some pies and candy. I know if you get lucky with some of the plastic pumpkins or the cauldron over here at the pumpkin house, and there's 2 pumpkin pies on the table inside. If you come down to the ash heap with the Nuka Wallon Tour, the main entrance, there's 3 carnival pies to grab there. And if you're lucky enough to come over here by Pleasant Valley Cabins, the motel, the little buffet, there's a pumpkin pie there as well. And I believe you can grab some of the bubble gum. There's 2 spots in Highwaytown we showed earlier. Then the one in the chop shop in the mobile home in the back. There's some places like that. I think that's more than enough cake and pie. And candy. Let's see. Mole miners and mole rats. We actually got lucky over here in Welsh, in the ash heap again. If you fast travel to the Welsh station, follow the tracks. There's usually 2 or 3 mole rats that spawn on the top. If you head over to the side, there's a Nuka-Cola vending machine on the side where there's another spot where 2 or 3 mole rats could spawn. And down where the ultracite crystals are growing from the ground, there's another section with 3 mole rats. They're called ultramites. There'll be more than enough to get the 5 you need for the daily. And there's plenty of mole miners in Welsh. You can easily get the 10. Or if you're lucky enough and you're doing this during our, let's see, Where's the tab? Damn, Mike's covering my bar. Alright, right now, I believe today is the last day for the treasure hunter event. You could go hunting for those mole miners and get some awesome pal drops. We just got one earlier with a ornate pal. Let's see. Let's see what we get from there. The under aid. Ornate pal. Bed of nails, stim pack, Molotov cocktail, right away. Bed of nails, we don't know that plan. Gold scraps, we got ammunition. Let's see, what is bed of nails? Oh, that'd be cool for Halloween. Okay. Let's get out of that menu. And that's pretty much it for all the dailies for today. So let's bring this video to an end. Yeah. These short ones are becoming a little longer every time. Alright, I'll let you guys do what you guys do best. Hit me up with a comment down below. Leave a like. Don't forget to share the video. I really appreciate you catching that replay back on my YouTube channel. You know what to do there. Hit that sub notification button for the daily content drop. Special thanks for you guys watching live on Twitch. Don't forget to hit that follow button there as well. Catch me live every day. And once again, thanks for watching. See you on the next one. And have an amazing day.